Now back to Pam and Gary on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Hillary's email will be our topic of discussion here.
Yeah, and this is we've been hearing about Guccifer quite a bit this weekend. On our WHBC Newsline, we bring in Shawn Tuma, attorney specializing in cybersecurity and data protection. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay, first of all, talk a little bit about Guccifer and what we know.
Well, what we know is Guccifer is a self-described hacker from Romania who was able to basically social engineer his way into Sidney Blumenthal's email back in 2013 when he released some of those emails which revealed the identity of Hillary's personal server that she was using. So what we know is he accessed Sidney Blumenthal's emails. It revealed Hillary's personal server, and as far as what we know, now he is claiming to have had other accesses on multiple occasions and to have obtained data from that server. All right. And he's in Virginia.
Okay. Now, I thought Guccifer was in jail now, though, right?
Yes. He was extradited in March from a jail in Romania over to in FBI custody.
Okay, so he's there now, and now he's talking. And is he part of the FBI investigation into Hillary's email servers?
I think we don't know that for certain, but the timing is certainly coincidental. And he says that he was debriefed on the plane to the U.S. during the extradition, and that he gave information about the servers. So it's an assumption, but a reasonably based assumption.
Got it. Okay, so what's the latest on all of this thing with the Hillary thing? I mean, we've been hearing about this for 2 years, it seems like, and the FBI investigating, but we're not hearing anything else. Is this going to ever come out of get an indictment out of all this?
Well, whether an indictment comes out is probably going to be a political question that I can't answer better than anyone else. Mm-hmm. But if the FBI is questioning him about these issues, these are very professional people who are great at what they do. They're not going to release that information until it's the right time for them to do so in their investigation, and they may never release all of it.
All right, well, tell us about security and email. I mean, I know that seems to be getting tougher and tougher to keep your emails from being hacked. Am I correct with that?
Yes. There's a huge profit motive out there for bad guys to break into our emails, our social media accounts, you name it. Anything digital that's online, they can get into, and they make a lot of money at it, so they're going to keep doing it.
And is there anything we can do at home to protect ourselves? What could Hillary have done?
Well, what Hillary could have done was use the government computers that have much higher security than anything most of us have access to. As far as what we could do, it all starts with basics, using good basics like strong passwords where you're not using the name of your pets or your children or your parents. Obvious stuff that people can look up on the internet. Use passwords that are cryptic, that have letters, that have digits, that have characters, and change them on a regular basis, because even if you have the most unique password in the world, sometimes when you have these data breaches of these large companies, they release the database of passwords, and then those are put into another program where they can try them very quickly on other accounts, instead of having to guess everything originally.
Okay. Is there any type of email? I've heard of POP, STMP. I think that's... What's the difference, and is there one that's stronger than others for encryption or keeping you safe?
Well, the biggest thing is if you have sensitive information, use a reputable provider. Use basic antivirus software on your computers. It doesn't catch everything. It doesn't catch the unique stuff, but it gets the basic stuff. And then if you have especially sensitive data, then you need to make sure and encrypt that before you send it by email. And now there are email encryption programs and things like that, but they tend to be use an extra step or two in the process. So a lot of times people don't like to use those.
Well, you're right. We want ease of operation. That's why we get the simple stuff. Is there a particular, like if you use Outlook.com or Yahoo, are those particularly open to being hacked?
No, they're not, because, what you have to realize is with these very popular programs, they have dedicated teams that spend their whole day and night focusing on security. And so they have the best security that's available to them and to most of us in these programs. Google, Gmail, they spend a lot of time on that. So oftentimes these kind of programs are more secure than kind of the homebrew type things that people try to do themselves or that businesses try to do themselves.
Got it. All right. Well, we're talking to Shawn Tuma, attorney specializing in cybersecurity and data protection. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Pam Cook and Gary Rivers. Canton's Morning News. News Talk 1480, WHBC, and at WHBC.com.